Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I, Professor Gray, am back with another video and today we'll be talking about communication. You would think, why would I want to talk about communication? Aren't we communicating already? Well, you are, but the question is, are you doing it effectively? Let us first understand the simple process of communication. A sender is the person who initially starts the conversation, or let's say the process of communication, with a message that he or she would encode in a form that the person at the receiving end would hopefully understand. The message here would be the information that the sender wants to convey, and it could be in various forms of words, symbols, gestures, or any other form of communication. The message is then passed through or transmitted with the help of a channel or a medium. It can be verbal, non-verbal, written, or electronic depending upon the nature of communication. The channel here helps acting as a bridge from the sender who wants to pass on to the message to the next part of the process, the receiver. The receiver then decodes the message and interprets its meaning based on the knowledge, experience, and context. The receiver then shares feedback to the sender. Feedback becomes the crucial part of the process. It is the response of the receiver to the message. It can be verbal or non-verbal and indicates whether the message has been understood or not. This completes a single cycle of communication, and the more these cycles of communication happen, the more it leads to a conversation. Fun fact, on an average, we human beings speak about 7,000 words to about 20,000 words in a single day. Now, for this process of communication to happen effectively, it is required that each of these steps is executed successfully. Miscommunication can occur at any step in the process, resulting in misunderstandings, confusion, or even conflict. Therefore, it is important to ensure that the message is clear, the channel is appropriate, and the receiver understands the message correctly. There are several types and forms of communication. They are verbal communication, non-verbal, written, visual, interpersonal, mass communication, group communication. Verbal communication is the use of spoken or written words to convey a message. It usually includes face to face conversations, phone calls, video conferencing, emails, and text message. Non-verbal communication is the use of gestures, facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, and other non-verbal cues to convey a message. It can be intentional or unintentional and is often used to supplement or reinforce verbal communication. Written communication. It is the use of written words to convey a message. It can take many forms, including emails, memos, reports, letters, and many other documents. Visual communication. It is the use of images, graphics, videos, and other visual aids to convey a message. It can be used to simplify complex information or to make a message more engaging and memorable. It includes GIFs, animations, maps, graphs, and charts. Interpersonal communication. It is the exchange of information and ideas between two or more people. It can be verbal or non-verbal and can take place in a variety of settings including personal, social, and professional contexts. Mass communication. It is the use of media such as television, radio, newspapers, and the internet to reach a larger number of audience. It is often used to convey news, information, and entertainment. Group communication. It is the exchange of information and ideas within a group or a team. It can take many forms, including meetings, conferences, brainstorming sessions, and even group projects. Each type of these communications has its own strength and weaknesses, and different types of communication may be more appropriate for different situations. Effective communication often requires the use of multiple types of communication depending upon the context and the message that is being conveyed. Now that we understand the basic process of communication and have also gone through the various types, let us look at some tips on how do you improve the process of communication. Active listening. It involves fully concentrating on what the other person is saying without interruption or distraction. It involves paying attention to both verbal and non-verbal cues, asking questions for clarification, and summarizing the message to ensure understanding. Clear message. A clear message is crucial for effective communication. It involves organizing thoughts, being concise, using simple language, and avoiding any jargons or technical terms that the other person may not understand. Understanding the audience. It is essential for effective communication. It involves considering the other person's knowledge, background, culture, and perspective to ensure that the message is tailored to their needs. Body language. It plays an important role in the process of communication. It includes gestures, facial expressions, posture, and eye contact, which can convey meaning and emotion. Feedback. Feedback is important for improving communication. It involves asking for feedback from the other person, listening to their response, and adjusting the message or approach if necessary. Practice. Practice is essential for improving communication skills. It involves practicing communication in different contexts, such as personal, social, and professional, and seeking feedback from others to identify areas for improvements. Use of technology. With the increasing use of technology, effective communication also requires mastering communication tools like email, video conferencing, and social media. By improving communication skills, individuals can improve their relationships, increase their effectiveness at work, and achieve their goals more effectively. I hope these tips would help you to communicate effectively and become an excellent orator. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the lesson, please let me know in the comments, like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more.